In a surprise move, Judge Juan Marchand of the Manhattan District's election interference, business fraud, hush money case has partially lifted the gag order. He has said Donald Trump can talk about witnesses and jurors going forward. However, he is still not allowed to talk about court staff's family, his staff, the prosecution team. Alvin Bragg and the judge himself are still fair game, though. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how Donald Trump responds. Obviously, he's going to probably go out on a tirade. He's been testing the limits of this gag order anyway. Talking indirectly about the jurors, saying how there's not very many Republicans in Manhattan, how he knew he was in trouble, how he didn't see a single smile from him, how, things like that. He's been testing his limits. Now, I think if he gets too ridiculous and too out of hand about what he says, I think Alvin Bragg's team goes back to the judge and says, look, yes, you lifted the gag order, but right away, here is what he went back to, especially if it's calling for any sort of indirect violence or things like that. So we'll see what happens with him partially lifting this gag order. But the prosecution team had wanted the gag order in place through sentencing and any potential post-trial motions and possibly any appeals. Like I said, we'll see how Donald Trump and his team react to this gag order being partially lifted. And I'm not quite sure why Marchand thought it was a good idea to lift this, but I'm sure he has his reasons. He seems like a very fair and competent judge. So we'll see what happens from here.